Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another Ghost of Tsushima video. I am finally bringing you guys my hybrid Ronin build, meaning a lot of damage and a lot of healing going on, so you could single-handedly save the game. And this is honestly my favorite build when it comes to playing the Ronin on solo queue, because a lot of people like a healing Ronin and they tend to stick around better when you're healing. Listen, if you guys aren't into the in-depth video, don't worry. As usual, I will have the build right at the beginning of the video, but if you do like a more in-depth video, then this one's going to be for you. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please be sure to leave a like down below and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If not, it's all good. We love y'all anyway. Also, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about this build, if you guys have used it, or if you guys can think of some ways for me to change it to make it better, or just a build that you like to use on your own. And anyways, let's get to the video, guys. All right, guys, what is going on? And welcome to the build. As promised at the very beginning, guys, I am going to put the build right here for any of you guys that don't want to stay for the in-depth build. So here is my hybrid build if you guys want to check it out. Feel free to screenshot or take any kind of video you guys want from this. All right, guys, that's the build right there. Now, for everybody that is here for the in-depth video, let's go ahead and jump into my gear and kind of why I chose what I chose and a little bit of different options that you can use in order to make this build yours as well. So for the gear, guys, for my katana, I am rolling with the melee damage, obviously the water katana, come on now. Melee damage, Oni damage, Way of the Flame, and Burning Blade. With melee and Oni damage, guys, I feel like that's kind of staple for me. When it comes to Oni damage, you know, I've explained this before. Essentially, it's a very general statistic that goes for any kind of damage that you put on Oni. And if you're playing Nightmare Survival, which is what these builds are made for, then you're going to see a lot of Oni in there. You know, Oni archers, big Oni brute guys, the guys with the shields, the purple Oni, the Sukbater Onis, all those crazy guys. This damage applies to anything that you're doing, either fire damage, ultimate damage, if you're using a bow, if you're using katana, if you're using a sticky bomb, it goes for ghost weapons, concussion bomb, literally everything this applies. So having Oni damage is really big for me because I think it helps me melt down the Onis just that much more, and kind of just found it to be a staple on most of my builds. Now, guys, I am also rocking Way of the Flame, as you see right here. Way of the Flame is something that I think is really good for me because it helps me against those guys that have, you know, like spears or shields. It allows you to do unblockable attacks, and it plays a big role when it comes to doing damage on enemies that are kind of just a pain in the ass. Now, right here, guys, I am using Burning Blade, as you can see. But with Burning Blade, honestly, you can change this to anything if you want. But the reason I'm using Burning Blade is because I do have Fire Master that you will see on my charm, and it procs a lot more than you actually might think. So Burning Blade is what I'm rocking on my katana. As for my bomb pack, guys, I'm using, you know, the basic blast radius, 23%. Status effect damage. So this is going to apply for my black powder bombs. This is going to apply for the Burning Blade, and it's going to apply for Way of the Flame only slightly. Having black powder bombs obviously is a staple, and flash bombs. Guys, these flash bombs are actually crazy. Now, I'm not going to lie, my boy Caramel Drizzle was on these flash bombs a long time ago, and I was kind of not feeling it. I'm not going to lie, but ever since I started using flash bombs, guys, they literally stay flashed for so long. If you have 2 flash bombs and you're going against a big Oni that has a maximum health bar, honestly, if you space those flash bombs out, you could kill that guy without him even attacking you one time. It's actually insane. So flash bombs, very good to have. You know, people put it on there, but they don't really use it. So I would suggest using your flash bombs a lot. And black powder bomb, as you see, guys, I do have ghost weapon damage. So the black powder bomb is being buffed by my ghost weapon damage, and it helps me as a healer to do a lot of damage on those waves in order to be taking them out or even taking their health bars down a lot. I found that having ghost weapon damage on this hybrid build is really nice, and it helps me with that initial attack along with status effect damage, you know, because they're going to be on fire. So you're honestly putting out a lot of damage for a healer, and it's almost actually ridiculous. Pretty basic bomb pack. So you could either have status effect damage or status effect duration. It's up to you. The reason I like blast radius, however, is because blast radius does allow more people to get hit with your bombs, and it's, you know, it's kind of self-explanatory, but that means the more people hit, the more resolve you get. The whole point of this build, guys, is to make sure you always have resolve in order to be able to heal your teammates or pick them up whenever they go down. You are the healer and this is your role, but you're also doing insane damage and you're helping them out just that much more. As for the charm, guys, I am rocking the stealth charm. Okay, I have ghost weapon damage on the stealth charm, as you can see, which buffs my black powder bombs, which is actually freaking crazy. And I have fire damage along with fire master and resolve increase. So the fire damage with fire master is actually crazy. It does so much damage. You are actually feeling like you're not even a healer at this point. So ghost weapon damage obviously is going to immediately buff the black powder bombs like we talked about a second ago, and the fire damage applies to any fire source, including barrels, including your black powder bombs. So anything that you're using with fire, burning blade as well, it's all going to be buffed by fire damage along with fire master. So the reason I have fire master obviously is for my black powder bombs, guys. The black powder bomb is very essential in doing a lot of damage as a healing Ronin, and you're taking out these big dudes, and by the time the waves get burned down, you know, first of all, you have a crazy amount of resolve because you're doing a lot of damage and you're hitting a lot of enemies at once. And if any of your teammates are helping you and or need help, you're already there with your ultimate ready to go. Now I have increased resolve, and you will also see that increased resolve is also being used as a technique. So I have 5 total resolve slots while I'm playing this game. Now, if you would like, you can switch out increased resolve for literally anything else. Combat regen to kind of help your health a little bit. You can even have health increase. Anything you want to switch it out to, you can. I like increased resolve because, like I said, I have 5 resolve slots. So once I get that full, which pretty much happens every wave because you're doing a crap ton of damage and you're hitting a lot of people, like we said, you're gonna have 5 resolves. So once you hit your ultimate to pick somebody up, you're already almost at another ultimate that you can use and have in your pocket in case they need it. Guys, this is a selfless build. Okay, having all that resolve is selfless because you are waiting to use it for when your teammates need help or when they need to be picked up, and you know, you're using all this damage to burn down these enemies and, you know, help your team that much more. So it's actually insane. Your survivability is wild with this build. You are pretty much running around healing and doing crazy damage, and honestly, you might even outkill some of these guys. It's pretty crazy. So with fire damage, guys, you can easily switch this out for Oni damage like we talked about. You can stack it on top of the other Oni damage, which is actually amazing. If you would like, you can even put cooldown reduction on kill, which anytime you get a kill, it will reduce the cooldown of all your cooldowns, including your ghost weapons. You could also do ability cooldown, which specifically reduces the cooldown for your ability. So you always have healing incense. Honestly, guys, you can make this your own, have status effect damage. However, I found that fire damage is the best for me because I really like to be able to put a lot of fire damage with barrels because I use barrels quite often, if you guys have seen my gameplay. So having this fire damage on top of Fire Master just kind of feels very strong for me. So I like it. So, you know, you guys can make this your own. And I always encourage that, guys. This isn't a end all be all build. This is just something that I found that I really love. Now, of course, guys, I'm using my Spirit Kunai. Not using a Spirit Kunai is actually so hard for me these days. I found that I love it so much because honestly, you get that 50% ghost damage buff from your techniques as a Ronin on top of having super massive and hidden blades. Now, guys, I have ghost weapon damage and cooldown reduction on kill on this as well. So I understand that you probably don't need cooldown reduction on kill, but sometimes, guys, the kunai just does whatever it wants. So I found that if I miss the enemies, it's gonna be a pain in the ass just to sit there and wait, and I'm a little impatient. So I like having cooldown reduction on kill because the more kills I get, you know, even if I do hit one enemy and I'm gonna start killing more, then that'll just bring my kunai up that much faster. So the biggest thing about the Spirit Kunai, guys, is that if you read what it says, getting a kill with the kunai lowers all cooldowns on your character by 10 seconds. That does include your ability cooldown. So using this in conjunction with getting a bunch of kills along with having hidden blade and super massive almost guarantees that after you throw a couple of those black powder bombs that are super buffed by these ghost weapon damage that you have on the kunai and you have on the charm, along with fire damage from your charm, along with fire master, these enemies are going to be almost dead. So once you throw this kunai, and along with having hidden blades, which is actually crazy, you can kill up to like 5 enemies at a time, and I've actually done it. And this will give you 50 seconds of cooldown reduction, which for one, you're gonna get your healing incense back, And 2, if you've thrown a smoke bomb or your ghost, obviously your spirit kunai is going to come right up. Your smoke bomb's going to come up. If you've had Way of the Flame already down on cooldown, that's going to pop up. So having this as a healing Ronin, I think is important because you want to have that healing incense anytime your teammates need it. And you want to have your abilities anytime your teammates need it as well, because you are the support / heal for the game. And you know, your smoke bomb does have munitions, which you'll see in a second. Your healing incense plays a big role on these days, especially when it's reduced healing. You need, you know, your ultimate along with healing incense, and you're doing so much healing along with damage. Like, you want to be the biggest asset to your team. So I found that having the kunai is important because it reduces all those cooldowns, and it's very, very powerful on the Ronin. So super massive, guys, I have actually tried to switch out super massive for fired up, and guys, I don't like it at all. So you know, if that's what you guys want to do, you definitely can, but I found that super massive actually does a notable amount of damage. If you know, if you've used it for a while and you try to switch off of it, you're not getting those kills that you thought you were getting, such as before. So super massive stacking on top of that 50% damage increase that you're getting, on top of ghost weapon damage that you have on your spirit kunai, ghost weapon damage that you have on your charm, it's actually broken. That thing's hitting like a truck. And especially if you use what's called the shotgun technique and you're running up to the enemies really close and you have your hidden blades, because you know, you're throwing 5 kunai and you shoot that legendary kunai out, you are going to hit them with all 5 of those blades and do a massive amount of damage. If you've never tried this before, I suggest trying it. It's actually crazy, especially with the Ronin. Moving on, guys, I do have the smoke bomb. The smoke bomb has cooldown reduction on kill, munitions, and lucky. Now, lucky is actually insane, guys. Lucky procs a lot more than you might think, and it makes throwing your smoke bomb that much less painful, because you want to have your smoke bomb ready for the beginning of the wave if you're cutting off checkpoints, or if you want to throw down your smoke bomb to give your teammates munitions, you can always do that too. So munitions when you're using a bomb pack, honestly, is so important for me. Anytime I'm using a bomb pack, whether it's my assassin or my Ronin, I am using munitions on my smoke bomb. It is so imperative, and especially with the decrease that they did in the ammo stashes that are around, I think this helps so much. And cooldown reduction on kill and cooldown reduction just get your smoke bomb up that much faster, along with having spirit kunai. You're pretty much having your smoke bomb every wave ready to go, as long as you're in the action getting kills with that spirit kunai. Now, guys, moving on to the techniques, as you guys see right here, I am using healing incense, obviously, and it is on a 42-second cooldown. So like we talked about, guys, with that spirit kunai, you can get this thing right back up so quickly. It's actually insane. Having this at the end of a wave, or even during a wave when you see your teammates going down and you don't have your ultimate quite ready, which honestly with this build you're almost always going to have an ultimate, this is so clutch, and it's really good for those waves where there's toxic clouds and your teammates and yourself end up getting poisoned. Having a healing incense is super important. Next, guys, for perk number 1, I am using enhanced ghost weapons. This is what we were just talking about. Increases damage from all ghost weapons by 50%, whether it's caltrops, whether it's spirit kunai, whether it's sticky bombs, whether it's dirt throw, anything increases the damage by 50%. This is what makes your spirit kunai so freaking strong. It's insane. So instead of ghost weapon damage, if you guys would like, you can use decrease ability cooldown, but honestly, guys, I think as a Ronin, if you're not using enhanced ghost weapon, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. So perk number 2, guys, I am using resolve increase again. Now, like I said, if you guys don't like having 5 resolve slots, which is something that I prefer as a healer, you can always put healing increase received and health regen by 50%, or you can even put cure all, which anytime a Ronin is healed, his teammates receive 50% of it as well. You know, that includes your healing incense, that includes your ultimate, that includes the drums, you know, that includes if your hunter has blessed arrows and you're standing in that healing, you know, everybody's getting healed from any little bit that you do to get healed. So this is actually really helpful as well. That's a very viable option depending on what you like to do. Like I said, for me, I like to have increased resolve because those 5 resolve slots are actually super helpful for me. And last but not least, guys, of course, I have soothing breath. an absolute must on this build, and it's why I'm only using one legendary, because I need to be able to heal my teammates. And guys, this heal is insane. It will revive and full heal a teammate, almost full heal at least, in one breath. It's actually crazy. So having this is super important. And honestly guys, I don't think that there is a different technique that is more important for perk 3. So this is an absolute must. All right guys, so that's it for the build, man. Honestly, when it comes to the playstyle for this build, guys, this is essentially for nightmare survival and solo queuing. This build beasts in nightmare survival and solo queuing, I say, because it's super important, because you see a lot of people quitting if they don't have a healing Ronin there. They kind of just bounce out. So the playstyle with this, guys, it's very important to make sure that your cooldowns are ready when it comes to your healing incense, and you have max resolve at all times. You always want to have a pocket heal ready to go for when your teammates are going down. So when the spawns come out, you know, you can throw your smoke bomb and get ready to do big damage with your black powder bomb. Throw 2 of them, you know, you want to space them out evenly, and then hit them with that spirit kunai to get your cooldowns back if you've already used your ghost weapons or if you've used your healing incense recently. By the time you do that, guys, you're gonna have a lot of resolve, and you might even be maxed out on your resolve, so you will be ready to heal whenever your teammates need it. So that's kind of what you want to do when you're at the spawn point, you know. And if you found that you didn't really kill everybody, you know, you always have those extra concussion bombs to throw at people whenever they need to be, whenever you need some extra resolve, or whenever you need to burn them down in order to get that final kill. Now guys, like we talked about, that flash bomb is so important. If it's just you one-on-one with the big Oni, you want to use that flash bomb, but make sure that you space it out a little bit. So I found that putting on a little damage help right when they attack, throw a flash bomb, and then keep burning them down as much as you can until they're about to attack again, and then throw another flash bomb down and then finish them off. So by that time, you should already have them down pretty much as low as you can possibly have them. So fighting at the circle, guys, is not too much different. You know, if you have a smoke bomb, it's amazing. If not, it's okay too. Just let the enemies, you know, circle around and get them down low as you can with that black powder bomb, and get them low as you can with those concussion bombs. You do have that spirit kunai that does massive damage as well, that you can use as a shotgun in any kind of situation. But the main thing with the spirit kunai is you want to make sure that you're getting those kills, because you always want to have your abilities up ready to go. Now guys, you will see your teammates going down or getting hurt a lot, so do not be scared. Do not be scared to use your ultimate. That is what's beautiful about this build, guys. You get so much resolve, so you can use your ultimate anytime your teammates need healing, anytime your teammates go down. I would suggest, however, when it comes to the boss waves, make sure you have an ultimate to start, because boss waves can hit pretty hard. And any chance that you get, guys, from the kami gifts, you want to make sure you buy that ghost health regen, because you are a healer. You want everything you can to heal. Do not forget that that is your primary job. You know, once you finish your point, or even if you're helping at a point with your teammate, if you see them going down, throw that healing incense if you don't want to use your ultimate right away, and there's nothing wrong with that. So guys, like I said, this build essentially is just keeping your teammates alive, always having resolve, using that spirit kunai to get kills, making sure your ability cooldowns are ready to go, and doing insane damage, and pretty much being able to hold your own. So that's pretty much it for the strategy for this, guys. Let me know what y'all think about this build down below. I'm super excited to see how you guys feel, or maybe you're already using it, or maybe you have a way to even improve the build. I would love to hear it, guys. Let me know down in the comments. I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, please be sure to leave a like down below and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If not, it's all good. We love y'all anyway. Guys, stick around. I will be doing more build videos here pretty soon. We will be talking about the hunter, and we will be talking about the samurai. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.